Okay, welcome everyone to the Board of Education meeting today. It is the May 22nd, 3rd, excuse me, and we've had an eventful afternoon. We broke some ground at the new high school spot. So yeah, let's hear it for that. That's exciting. We're planning on having that open the fall of 26, if everything goes as planned. And so the freshman class will be a current 8th graders right now, just so you can get your,
It's an absolute stunning spot.
it's a great location.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
Current fifth graders.
no, oh, excuse me, sorry. Yes, yes. I'm thinking that the seniors will be the 8th graders.
That's right.
Yeah, so let me just restate so everybody can leave here knowing what's going on. Opening the class of the fall of 26. So the freshman class will be the 5th graders, and the senior class will be those that are in 8th grade right now, turning to freshmen. So they'll go freshman through junior, and then the senior year will be opening that high school for them. So exciting times. We're glad that we were able to do that. Thank you for everybody that helped with that up to this point. We also had a great study session where we discussed data from our scores, and our scores have improved, and they continue to be one of the higher scores in the state. And so we'll celebrate, and we'll have opportunities to congratulate our teaching staff and our learning group at all of our elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. So that's pointed in the right direction. And so that brings us to this meeting. We will begin with a Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have Board Member Allen lead us in that. I just noticed it was raining. The sun did come out when we were out in the new high school location, and it was, like Tyler said, it was a very nice afternoon. We are going to have some celebrations. Thank you for being here. It's fun to see a packed house of smiling faces and educators and their families. This is an awesome opportunity to congratulate and to acknowledge the hard work that you have done throughout the school year. And to be in your presence is an honor. I speak for the whole board that so goes the educators of the community, so goes the community. And so we've spent a lot of time and effort to make sure that your needs are met, both financially and in the classrooms with all the resources that you need to be successful. And we have the best of the best. We got the top guns with us tonight. And we're excited and we're thrilled to acknowledge and to honor you. So I'll turn the time over to Sean Kelly and Jeff Danley, or just Sean? Just Sean? Okay, but Jeff definitely has a part in the congratulating.
We're going to have Jeff come up in a minute.
All right,
but we're going to
awesome.
talk about him.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you. So, as the school board knows, we have the best school district in the land, not only the state but the country. And there's many reasons, and I'll tell you, it starts with you guys and your commitment to education. About 7 years, I don't know, I shouldn't say the name or the year, but a few years ago, the foundation was in some trouble. And the superintendent talked to Jeff Danley and convinced him to become the president of the Education Foundation, and we parted ways with the Community Foundation, and it turned out to be a brilliant move. And I will tell you today, our foundation is stronger than it's ever been and doing more things than ever. We did the scholarship night the other night, and $356,248 raised by our foundation. We're having the golf tournament that's Kirsta helps us with. It's bigger than it's ever been and raises more money. The Labrams have continued to give cars and give a teacher car, on and on and on. But tonight, it might be the catalyst of what the foundation is about for teacher appreciation. And again, I go back to Jeff Danley. He is a yes guy. I'll figure out a way to do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, why not? Why don't we do that? And it's a breath of fresh air to work with a man that has his kind of leadership for the foundation, and we couldn't do the things that we do without the work that Jeff Danley does. And so let's give a big round of applause for Jeff Danley. So at this time, I'm going to ask Jeff to come up. He's going to talk a little bit about the Distinguished Educator Award. He will talk about the recipients, what they won, and take a few minutes, and then we'll turn the time to you to ask some questions and take a few pictures. Jeff.
I owe Sean some money after that nice introduction. So I grew up in Heber City. I went to Wasatch from kindergarten. I went to kindergarten right over here when they used to have a kindergarten there. And I just thinking back, like, it was the teachers in my life that really made the impact and really changed, I would say, the course of my life. And if you'll hear me, I'll just give like 2 examples. One, when I was in the first class of J.R. Smith when it was a brand new school, and I remember in 5th grade I had Mrs. Allred, and we had a multiplication test, and I got first in that test, and she baked me a chocolate cake, like a real chocolate cake.
Was this before or after your Johnny Horton songs that you sang?
Johnny Horton.
We fought all the way, Johnny Reb. Come on, we sing that every morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I just only remember the cake.
Okay.
But
Keep going.
but she brought me this cake, and it gave me confidence in myself that, hey, like, I'm good at math. Like, you know, I can figure this out. And then I remember in high school, just a few teachers, like Mrs. Sutherland, if anyone had her, like, a lot of, she was like very intimidating, but I remember taking her class and I was like, wow, like, I love reading and I'm good at English. And I got a 5, is that the highest score on the AP English test because of her. And Miss Carlisle, you know, I didn't know I was interested in business, and I had Miss Carlisle, and she and Mrs. Edwards, and they like opened my eyes to like business and accounting. So, you know, those are just a few examples, but I look back and it's like, it was really those extraordinary teachers, Mr. Turner, you know, with chemistry and physics, who like really changed the trajectory of my life. And so, you know, we've done the scholarship program forever. A couple years ago, as a board, we said we really want to do something for the extraordinary teachers in the Valley. And so we came up with this Distinguished Educator Award. And, you know, we had a pretty, I think, audacious goal to give $10,000 to each of the teachers, 13 teachers, you know, from each of the schools. And then I think it was Sean who was like, well, you have to pay taxes on that. And so if we're going to give 10,000, we really have to give 11,500. And hopefully that math's right. Hopefully everyone netted 10,000. But, you know, we had this goal and we were able to raise the funds because the community loves the teachers here and supports the teachers. And it's been just a phenomenal program to be a part of. And you know, the money is obviously great, but hopefully more than the money, it's just like the knowledge that this community really cares about its teachers and really values what you do and the you know, the positive impact that you have on the children of this community. So with that, you know, super proud to be part of this. I wanted to recognize the teachers that won the award this year. From Daniels Canyon Elementary is Taryn Jensen. Okay, I guess we have pictures and everything. So, and then from Heber Valley Elementary is Allison Veselka. If you're here, will you stand up just so everyone can see you? And then from J.R. Smith, we had Marcy Russell. Midway Elementary was Olivia Hales. Old Mill Elementary was Kimberly Dayton. Rocky Mountain Middle School, we had Rachel Cramen. And Sydney Mitterling. Timpanogos Middle School, we had Colleen Nielsen. And also Celeste Pearson. Oh, sorry, you have a different order. Wasatch High School, Derek Brooks. Also, Wasatch High School, Cody Clyde. And Tyler Baird. And then lastly, we had Jennifer Bossart. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much for all you do for the school and for the community. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
So I'll defer to the board right now, but would you guys like all of them to come up here and get one group picture?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a video? I think we ought to watch that video.
Well, as she's looking for that video, we could invite the teachers to come up and give us a little bit of your thoughts on the award and what it means to you, just briefly.
I warned them.
Yeah? Well,
I warned them. I said, who's giving the speech?
So
I think there's one little video that you guys need to watch that happened.
If you want to, it's not mandatory.
This was in Marcy Russell's, and I think it's kindergarten, isn't it, Marcy? Hopefully you can hear this. I'll be
All
quiet.
right.
Oh. Who has the TV? This is worth watching. And nothing against Dr. Peterson. He was doing a really fine job talking, but the video kind of speaks for itself.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, rewind that. Let's hear that again. Okay, distinguished educators, at your discretion, if you would like, the board president has asked you if you'd just stand up, say a few things, and then we'll ask you to come and we'll take a group picture with the board, and then you're free to go. So we'll have you guys say something.
What a great community. I got into this profession not because I was going to get rich or because I was going to become famous, but looking back on the years that I've served as an educator, this is truly a crowning moment for me. Thank you is few and far between in this profession, and that means a lot. When a community like this says thank you like that, it means so much. And I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and I'm more committed to work harder. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Corey.
Well, last year when I heard that they were doing this award, I said, if I ever get that, then that means I'm out of here. But I need to take that back because I'm not ready to leave yet. But I feel so blessed to be a part of this district. I've worked for a couple of different districts, and I just feel so lucky. It only seems like yesterday that I came here, And Keith Johansson's daughter was in my class that first year, and I remember those cute kids. And I know that there's so many. I'm sitting here looking at all of these people and thinking, wow, I'm a part of this group. And I just think that is amazing. And so many more teachers deserve it. And I am so excited to see teachers in the future be able to get this too. But like Cody said, there isn't a lot of thanks sometimes, but seeing our kids succeed and just being recognized once in a while is awesome. So thank you all for all that you've done for us.
Kim.
When I wanted to go into teaching, my last semester at BYU, I was teaching German at this one place, and I told my boss, he said, "That's a great idea. You're just going to have to leave the state in order to make it." And anyways, I went back to get my teaching certificate. My professor said, "I'm so glad you're all going to be teachers, but you're going to have to either get a second job or you're going to have to eventually become an administrator to support your family." And I remember hearing that, and I was like, "Oh, but I really want to be that teacher. I don't know if I can." And then a year later, I went and saw my 5th grade teacher, who was also my 6th grade teacher. I thought he'd be so excited that I was going to tell him I was going to become a teacher. And he looked at me, and he was excited. But he said, "Oh, why did you do that?" I was like, well, he's like, "Oh, you're in for a really hard financial situation." And it just kind of burst my bubble. But I have not experienced any of that up here. I have been able to feel very blessed, very supported financially. Not just financially, which is huge, but also the support that we get from our admin team and the other teachers. It's a family, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
So I have a lot of teacher friends that work in a lot of different districts, and when they heard of this award, they were astounded. They could not believe that our district was able to pull off something as big and giant and enormous as this is. So thank you so very much to everyone that has been involved in this. I started teaching school right out of BYU to put my husband through, and started actually in Nebo School District teaching 5th grade, and I thought, this is the best grade. I don't ever want to teach anything but 5th grade. And then I quit and raised my kids for 22 years, and then decided it was time to come back. When I came back, I went back to Old Mill, went to 4th grade, and thought, oh, this is the best grade. I want to teach 4th grade forever. And then from there, I was able to do a keyboarding job through the district where I taught 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders keyboarding. And I thought, oh, this elementary, that 2nd, those are the best. That's where I want to stay forever. And then I went from there to middle school. And I thought, well, I cried a few nights, I will say. But now I can honestly say, wow, these 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are, I just want to stay here forever. So I give a big hand to our community, our parents, the families here. We have such an amazing group of people that live in this community. To the board and to the Education Foundation, I say thank you so very much. I today was giving directions, and with it being the last week of school, I wasn't sure anybody was listening. So I said, I called on somebody and I says, so can you repeat those directions back to me? Tell me kind of how we gonna do this? And they didn't know. And so a girl raised her hand and she said, I got you, Mrs. Nelson. I gotcha. And that's how I feel about you guys. I feel every one of you, you've got us. You've got our backs. And I have thought that so many times, that you've got our backs and I gotcha. So thank you so very much.
So when I saw everyone walk into the room, when I received this award, I was speechless, and I'm still speechless. I still don't know what to say other than thank you so much. I just feel like, why me? Because there's so many wonderful teachers in our district. But then I also think that I'm so grateful to be recognized for something that I already love and I'm so passionate about. So I've done a lot of things in our district. I started in Heber Valley in special ed, and then I've done intern coaching and literacy coaching, and I've done Title I and Read Recovery, but now I'm in early childhood education and preschool, and by far this is my favorite. And I just want to tell our superintendent and our board, thank you so much for your commitment to early childhood education. We feel it, and we know that that's where it starts, and I love it so much. Those littles, that's where we build our foundation, and I'm so grateful to our board and our foundation and for recognizing us for what we do. And I've always felt so supported by our district. Thank you so much.
I'm very happy I get to say thank you to you guys. We should have done the picture first, because I think I'm gonna cry, and we know how that goes. I end up with mascara and I don't have somebody, hopefully you'll wipe it off me. But so I mostly want to say thank you for changing I'm not gonna cry. Changing what people are thinking about educators. My son now wants to be a math teacher too, not by my choice. In fact, my dad taught here over 43 years ago in Wasatch. And when I told him I was going to teach, he told me, and he loved teaching. He was amazing. But he was just like, don't do it. You can do so many things. You are brilliant, and you just have like the world in your hands. And I don't mean any disrespect to my siblings, but like one was a dropout, one was, and so he was like, you're actually staying in school and you're doing all these great things. And he's like, you could do whatever you wanted. Why are you gonna teach? Like, you can make more money, and I won't tell you what he said, but you could make more money doing other things. He was a funny man. But, and when I started my first teaching job, just to kind of give you perspective of, I try to tell my kids, like in my mind, my teaching salary, but not thanks to the board, is not this way anymore. But my first teaching job was $25,000 a year. So that money is just unbelievable to me. Anyway, so I'm just so grateful that you guys are changing the narrative of what it means to be a teacher. It's not just, oh, why are you doing that? That's great, that's awesome, that's cool. Like, wow, kudos to you. Teachers are amazing people. Because now that my son wants to be it, people ask me all the time, they're like, oh, and I'm like, he knows, he watches me. And like, in fact, I couldn't believe it when he said he wanted to be a teacher, because usually the narrative in my house is, you've been grading papers all night long and all weekend long, and all you ever do is do stuff for school, and why would you ever teach? And then when he was like, I want to be a teacher, I was just like, and so he knows, but he knows the joy, and he knows how cool it is to see somebody get something because of the work you put into it. And so I'm excited for him, and I just want to say thank you again for everything, for the feeling, for the everything. Thank you. About probably 7 years ago, I was sitting in New Jersey interviewing on the video for a job in Wasatch, and I'm so proud to work for Wasatch, and I'm grateful for the recognition, so thank you. I'm very proud to represent preschool and special ed, so thank you for the recognition.
I just thought it was my turn. We were going up the line. I've just been in shock all month. Like, I was shocked that day. I couldn't believe I got that award, and I'm still in shock. And so thankful for that, and such a blessing it is. And my dad that day said, I didn't know you were that good of a teacher. So that's huge too. So thank you, thank you.
You know, just to repeat everyone else, thank you so much. Like, oh, sorry, I get nervous speaking even though I'm a teacher, which is a little bit weird, but it truly is incredible to be recognized for loving the kids of the community. And I just want to thank you guys for supporting the kids, because that's why we do it. When Garrick asked me, why'd you become a teacher? It's like, well, the obvious answer is not because I love math. How many people really love math? But it's because I love the kids. And, you know, when I tell people, oh, what do you do? I teach 7th grade math. They go, oh my goodness, I could never do that. But really, they're the best. And if you're in middle school, you know, they love you and they want to learn. You just have to show them that they want to learn. But I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us and backing us, and, you know, just investing in your community and in your students. So.
Hi. I've been working in this district for almost 10 years now, and I don't live in this beautiful valley. I live in Lehigh with the peasants and the commoners. And I'm comfortable down there, it's all right. But when I tell people that I work in Heber, their jaws drop, and they can't understand why I drive 45 minutes to and from work every day in the morning and every afternoon. And it really is because I love this community. I love the kids of this community. I love who I work with. I love that this district is committed to making huge strides in education that other districts aren't. And just like everyone else has said, I feel that support. And I'm so grateful for it. And the recognition means almost as much as the money does. But being recognized for something that I love to do, and being able to be recognized for that passion and that creativity means everything. So thank you.
Thank you.
So I had a grandma who opened this school as a principal. Not opened, but was a principal here at the school when it became a kindergarten. And I, for the longest time, as I can remember, wanted to be a teacher. And I grew up here, graduated from here. I've got mentors and people that I'm hoping to be like someday in here. And I got distracted along the way and thought I wanted to do something else. And I am just grateful that I get the opportunity to teach, because, like I said, I took an untraditional way to get into teaching. And I'm grateful that Mr. Kelly and Mr. Johnson were willing to take a chance on me to get back into teaching. And so to receive this, I'm just humbled, because I feel like I still have a long ways to go. And I'm grateful for the teachers that I get to work with. Shout out to the math department, and also 2006, two grads. Me and Marcy went to school together. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, thank you. I just feel honored to work for this great district. Thank you for the community support. Thank you to the school board. My kids right now want to be teachers as well, and I love it. I think it's just an awesome profession, and especially because it's here. And I'm just so grateful that I get to teach here, and thank you, everybody.
I also hate public speaking, which is because I do it every day, but like 12 and 13-year-olds are very forgiving. So I became a teacher because I couldn't do math. And I looked at all the college stuff, and English was like the one degree that didn't require math. And I was like, what am I gonna do with English? And I was like, I guess I'll be a teacher. But then I had babies, and then I moved out of state, and then we moved back, and I've been here, I think this is my 4th year teaching. And so this was very shocking and humbling, and unexpected, but I love my job and I love my students. I'm not gonna cry.
they're like my kids. I go to the grocery store, my kids are like, oh, look at all these treats. I'm like, they're for my students. And my kids are just like, Mom, like, when do we get these treats? I'm like, but they're my kids too. And it's just really cool to be honored and recognized for something that I love to do. So.
All right, I think we're ready for the picture, and I hope the board understands the gratitude that everybody in the district feels for what you guys do and the foundation as well, because it's miraculous. And I encourage you next year, if you have an opportunity to come when we surprise the teachers, it's a humbling experience and a tearful thing, even though sometimes they go blah, 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 blah. We're going to use that forever, so we won't blah, blah, blah. Teachers, let's have you come up. Kirsta will kind of arrange them and let the board shake your hand and take a photo.
need to mention this whole foundation, the growth of the foundation. Sean talked about it. You know, our foundation leader and all the work that goes into it. Sean plays a key role there. Board member Dickerson's played a key role with the foundation since before she was on the board. And I'd really like to give appreciation to Kirsta. Let's not forget she's the executive director of the board and of the foundation board, and she's definitely changed the foundation in a big way with her organization, and the foundation's needed somebody like her, and that's a big part of her job, and just want to offer our appreciation. We know you're a big part of everything that gets done there.
We give you a hard time about the calendar, but the calendar makes it all work.
I love raising money. I'm not gonna it is so gratifying to see where people are willing to just be so selfless and willing to give of their resources the way they do. It's just, the community is unmatched in that regard. There's no other community like this. No, not even close. And not a board of ed that gets along, or, I don't know, you guys are awesome. It's so fun to see you up there jockeying for position today on the stage.
Me?
My chair was broken. I was falling out like that. I wasn't jockeying for anything.
I let Mary Ann slip in, take the corner seat because we wanted to cover for her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You really are.
They got you. They got
You
me.
lead by example in such a way of camaraderie. It's just, I think that's also unequal in other districts.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're all right, folks.
And I'm not done yet, but I can catch them a little later as we go through the agenda.
Okay. No, that's
Hey,
great.
I want to say something.
Please.
We had a room full of happy people, and we still have a room full of happy people. With smiles on their faces, and you guys probably don't give enough credit. You know, we just recognized a bunch of teachers and you know, good for them, the job that they do. But you guys do it every day. You don't very often get thanked for what you do, but I appreciate working with many of you and your dedication to your profession, and you do it with a smile. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. I'll entertain a motion to, where we'll close the public comment period, and motion for passing the consent items.
Motion to pass the consent items.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Start with action item number 1. We'll invite Zach up to talk about J.R. Smith Elementary roof.
Thank you. So, as you know, we're replacing the roof at J.R. Smith Elementary. We put it out for bid earlier this month. We had 3 bids come back, all very well within our budget. I don't know if you have the, okay, I'll talk slower. Anyways, our low bid came in at $257,780. We budgeted about $400,000 for the whole project. We're not $150,000 under budget. We had architectural fees, and there'll be a few other fees, but it did come in very favorable. So
Nice.
it's my recommendation that the board select Great Western Roofing for the replacement of the roof at J.R. Smith Elementary for $257,780.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
I'm just curious. So this will be done this summer.
Yes.
How long will it take them?
They have July to do it, so it should be done by the end of July. They may start a little bit into June just to get a jump on it, but, so, yep. 3 weeks is their expected.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes.
Thank you.
So Zach, while you're
Call
here, while we're expressing appreciation, I think the groundbreaking and the new school and the place that we're at with the new school, here's another guy that needs a big pat on the back, and also his wife, Stacy. We have 2 remarkable Stacys that work in this district, and you know, Zach had to fill some pretty big shoes, and Zach's not Zach's his own man, and he has strengths and does things that we haven't had before. And he's brought a different dimension to the table, and all of the building process, he's been instrumental. He's been right there putting the hours in. He has a wonderful technical knowledge of schools and school construction, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. And I just want to express my appreciation as we've made this milestone today of groundbreaking on the new school, and specifically with the VE process. We wouldn't be here today without Zach and without Stacy. So we appreciate our Bredsgard team. Thank you very much for all that you guys do for us.
Thank you, Superintendent.
Okay. Dustin, you're up for 4, 5, 6,
Get comfortable.
Yeah, hold on
5. 2 to 5. 2 to 5.
All that money that Zach just saved is gonna go right out the window right now.
Technology is not cheap. Here we go.
I'm kidding, Dusty. I'm just kidding.
Thanks for having me. So for this first agenda item, this is for Mosel Manager. This is what helps us manage all of our Apple devices. Teachers use it in the classroom to help with classroom management and teaching and learning. It's just a 1-year subscription with that amount right there on the bottom. The recommendation is for the board to approve it.
I move that we approve the Mosel Manager for $62,620 as presented tonight.
Second.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 2 passes.
All right, and then the second item is a new Apple lease, 4-year lease. This is to cover growth at the high school for this coming year, to replace devices for district staff, and to get us some more replacements for teacher devices. So the recommendation is the board approve the lease for the amount of $283,781.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, questions?
So we're getting 0 interest on this?
It's 0 interest, but there's technically a small.
They claim it's 0 interest. We have to build in an implied interest in there. So
Okay.
It's near 0.
It's low.
It's awesome.
I mean, that's great.
It is awesome. It really is.
Apple's
So we're swapping out all the teachers' computers?
No, so this is for student growth at the high school, and then we have at the district office and some of the support offices over at Heber Valley and the nurses over at West Campus. They're all running on some old equipment, so we're gonna get them replaced. And then this will give us a stock for teacher devices, which we're really low on right now.
Okay. And do you know off the top of your head the buyback? Because I know that Apple has a pretty good buyback price.
So we get, I don't have exact on these models because we haven't got them all in yet, but we've been getting pretty good buyback on this with our partners, so.
We sure have.
Mhm.
Great. All right.
All
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, action item number 3 passes.
Hold on a second, before we move on, not to get off topic, but did we have some people just recently went to the Apple?
No, it
Did
got
that-
canceled.
Rescheduled.
Apple canceled.
Okay, I wasn't privy to that information. so-
They backed out, something went down.
They had something going, they had something big pop up, and they needed their resources and their space, and
All right.
and it's been rescheduled for the fall, so September. We'll be doing an executive briefing with them in September.
And then this last item was to purchase interactive panels for the high school, for the main campus and west campus. It's similar to the device that you've seen in here during study session. The devices we're getting for the high school are a little bit bigger, but it's the same brand, same functions. And we recommend that you approve the bid from Pine Cove Consulting, who came in the cheapest
By a long
by
ways.
a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Were these the what we talked about last month?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
the learning boards.
The learning
Learning
boards,
boards.
okay.
How many learning boards?
I don't remember the number,
Why is there such a-
103, I believe.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, why is there such
Over
a spread?
100?
So a lot of, in the technology sector, vendors get preferred pricing or resellers, whoever's kind of first in the door. So that's kind of where a lot of this comes from. We had a relationship with Pine Cove, and they were first, so they got the best pricing from the manufacturer.
Cool.
All right, I'll entertain a motion that we pass the bid for the learning boards at $337,825.
You can, as president, make that motion, you know. We did decide that.
So
Yeah,
moved.
So moved.
Second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the learning boards passes.
Dustin, we need to buy more things from Pine Cove.
Quick. I will work on it tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin, for
Thank
everything you're
you.
doing.
Thank you, Dustin.
Okay, action item number 5. The esteemed Business Director, Administrator Keith Johansson.
Short timer, Keith Johansson.
I'll try not to smile as I say this.
All you.
So we've all gone through the training on risk assessments, and this is just an annual thing that we have to do, and it has to be filed with the state auditor's office. And before I file it with the state auditor's office, I would like the board to have a chance to look over it, ask any questions, and then approve the the fraud risk assessment for the school year ending June 30th of 2023.
So moved. Thanks for the reminder, Tyler.
Second.
All right, any questions for Keith?
395 out of 395.
Yeah.
Say that's pretty good.
Hiring Wes really helped. He has a current license as a CPA, so we've never had that 20 points right there. We've always been 375.
Nice.
So
Thanks, Wes.
now we have somebody that has a CPA behind his name, so that really helped.
Perfect score.
That's awesome.
All right,
Thank you.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item number 5 passes. Now we'll invite Dr. Campbell up to walk us through policy 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, well, thank you.
Welcome.
Just as a reminder, these are the policies, board policies that we went over in a previous study session, so we can just go through each of them. The first one is election duties of president and vice president. Again, just goes over the term of office, election of board members, and then obviously the duties. So we recommend that this policy be approved.
So moved.
Second.
All right.
He's gone 5 years without making a motion.
I know,
so
I'm ready to go.
He's like-
Oh my hell, I'm
He's
ready to go.
flying tonight.
All right, any questions on this policy? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I'm
policy
really worried I'm
passes.
gonna lose it up here.
Now we are, number 6. You don't remember me sitting there with Mary Ann. We so moved everything.
That's true.
Mark Davis and I, we worked a quick meeting.
Hey, I still have the rep for
Tyler's
getting
got
through
the
the
rep.
fastest.
All right.
Let's
Yeah,
let
try to
everybody
beat it.
know.
All right, number 6.
Okay, this is resignations, transfers, and vacancies. Again, it's talking about change of need of, new positions. So we recommend that this one.
Board members moving out of their district.
Moving out of their
precincts,
district
stuff like
or
that.
us changing boundaries, either those type things.
Right.
Is what it addresses.
So moved.
Second. Questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, number 6 passes. Nope, number 7 passes.
Okay,
Item number 8.
This next one is Wasatch Board Policy Procedures. This is kind of the process that we created and went through to go through all these different policies. So we recommend that this one also be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 8 passes.
Okay, I think this is the last one.
No, you got
We're
2
at
more.
9 and
Oh,
10.
I got 9,
Come
2
on,
more?
Eric.
Okay. We were going so fast, I lost count. So qualifications, authority, power, and responsibilities. This one is the same as it was before. There was an addition down in 5.9, talking about recommendations for district candidates, asking the board not to do those as the board is overall, is over the hiring. So to not press undue pressure on the hiring process was the only addition from the last time we spoke about this one.
So moved.
Second. Any questions, comments? All right, item number 9 passes.
You gotta vote on it.
Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Just for the public's awareness, these are board policies that have been discussed in board meetings and study sessions multiple times.
I mean,
So
even further that,
Cleaning it up.
board members have
Board
sat in
members have-
committees
for
and reviewed
2.5
each
months.
policy word for word.
So we're
Yeah.
jovial up here because we're happy to
Updated it.
finally make these
Yeah.
finalized.
It's
We're not
all
flying
updated.
these through.
All right, these aren't
without-
policies that affect anybody other than the board, and we're fine with them. So, go ahead.
So the last one is school board meetings, doing everything that we've been doing this evening and making sure that we're in line with how we've been running them. So recommendation is that we approve this one also.
Also move the power to so move.
Second.
Any questions? Thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, very good.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you very much, Dr. Campbell. We did it. We'll turn the time over to superintendent for board report and superintendent report. And then we'll adjourn to an executive session.
I don't have any further information. We are planning on an executive session, and we'll kind of cover the things that I need to cover there.
Okay? And the purpose of the executive session is to discuss personnel
And collective bargaining.
and collective bargaining. Thank you for the reminder. Anything else from a board standpoint as we finish up the school, other than thank you, thank you, thank you? It's gone by so fast.
Big day.
This month has been very awarding to see all the ceremonies and all of the recognition and graduation. Thank you for everybody that's participated to make our wonderful school district continue to be the best place to work. So,
Graduation was stellar.
Yeah.
So well done.
Graduation was good.
yeah, very well done. Thank you again, Board Member Dickerson, for the acceptance of the graduates. You made us very proud.
Thank you.
All right, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I would motion that we adjourn
To
to
executive.
executive session.
Perfect.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.